Hello and welcome back to the show. I'm your driver, Spencer. As always, sitting shotgun is Breck. And this week, we're the podcast asking the important questions like, should you break into haunted asylums? Is every small town just a one-stop shop for pagan gods? And who's Meg? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
And who is she?
Let's jump straight into this. We have two absolute bangers of episodes.
Great episodes. Two of my favorites. Episodes I have distinct visual memories of watching.
Yes, the legitimately, both of these episodes are probably going to end up in the top 10 for the season.
I agree.
If not, one of them in particular may end up even higher. So starting off, season 1, episode 10, Asylum, written by Richard Hattman, directed by Guy Norman B. This episode is awesome.
It's a banger.
Look, it's got a great setting.
Oh, there is nothing more classic than the freaky haunted asylum.
Yeah. Look, I'm just going to... The cold open is not our favorite, I think.
No, I think it's pretty spooky, but it's, it for whatever reason, them moving away from the asylum kind of dampens it for me. I would have loved for the whole cold open to take place in the asylum.
Yeah, but it doesn't work based on... Because it's not like we discussed, it's not ghost possession in this. No. It's not that. It is like ghost-induced mania or ghost-induced rage.
I believe they call it extreme rage therapy.
Yeah, so we'll discover more of that, but I'm just going to read off my cold open notes, which is, God, I love an asylum. Gotta love breaking and entering. The lighting rules. Set dressing goes hard here. They really love that ghost breathing sound effect. Mm-hmm. This cold open, for all the things I don't love, but it does have a lot. The nosebleed is a cool moment where you're like, okay.
Oh, I love a nosebleed is like chef's kiss. That is a classic. That happens so much to Sam. God bless his little heart. We got to get him a little pockets thing, those little pocket things of Kleenex.
We ever meet him, that's what we're asking. We're like, hey, what was it like just to have your nosebleed all the time?
Yeah, what was that like? And he's like, can you guys please leave?
Yeah, he's like, get out of my house. You're breaking and entering. Okay, so then we get to Sam and Dean where we're off to find them in a shitty motel room. Sam's on the phone and we get our first hint. We've been talking about this a bunch this season. We get our first hint of a grander world of hunters.
Yes.
You know, he's saying all these people. I mean, Pastor Jim, right? He comes up later.
I do believe Pastor Jim pops up later. I don't remember when, but he's definitely later, like an actual, like spiritual religious, like consult for them.
Yeah. So, we get that. We get the first hint of it, which is very nice to finally get, just because we've been joking about this for 5 episodes at this point or whatever. Yeah. And then we get something that is genuinely hysterical to me. It's sort of old technology. Nobody's seen their dad, and then Dean gets a message on his phone, looks super worried. Sam goes, Dean, what's wrong? And he goes, it's a text message.
Yes.
Again, the text message is important. It has information from their father. It drives the plot. It drives the characters.
It's a very important text message.
But damn it, if it isn't hilarious to have a text message.
Why is he using a text government name of a text message?
What is with that? It's a text, bro.
This guy. Also, I think it's really fun that we get the callback to the first episode of John leaving them coordinates.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned in the first episode, go back and watch our first episode, that, John often does this, and it's his ex-Marine crap, quote unquote. Yeah. So I love that's another callback that, like, John... You know how you parent and talk to your children you haven't seen to in ages. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to text you coordinates and drop your calls. Don't worry about it.
The way to do it. So then we get a good setup to like the thematic part of the episode, which is their disagreements on how they should be listening to their father.
Yes.
Which drives a good chunk of the season, especially the next episode. That episode is all about that.
Oh yeah.
But we get a pretty iconic line in Sam, Dad's telling us to go somewhere. We're going, right? Dean being, quote unquote, the boss, he's shutting down the argument, the older brother, and saying, we're going. And then that's what they do. But then we get a good place. So one of the cops from the beginning, the surviving cop, right? Because that's the thing that I think you and I don't love about the cold open is that he leaves. Now that is the whole thing because he goes, one of the cops goes home and he shoots his wife and then shoots himself
he leaves
because of a mild argument they had.
Yes, he leaves the incredibly beautifully lit and set dressed and the most, again, TV used to look like this. Never forget that. Never forget what they took from you. Okay. And then we go to like kind of the relatively like normal looking set of a house.
Yeah.
But also every single bar in this show is entirely different and entirally the same.
Yeah, then
Amen.
After they leave their shitty motel room, another place they're off to be, which is a shitty bar.
Yeah.
We get a good scene where the remaining cop, the surviving cop, is there. We get our old timer.
Oh yeah, old timer character alert, just so great. He's both the cop that shows up and the old timer character in one.
Good work, my guy.
Good
You're
work,
really
everybody.
doing it. But then it's a good play they have, right? It shows that even with the strife that's clearly brewing between them, they work well together.
Yeah, like Dean pretends to be Nigel Tufnell from the Chicago Tribune.
And he's asking this guy questions, and Sam comes in and plays the hero of like, get out of here. You didn't have to do that.
This man's a hero.
Sure, I did, and then he's like, can I buy you a drink? Then he gets the information he needs.
It's great.
It's a great play. It shows that they do work really well together, and it shows that they're both smart and good at this.
And it shows that they both sit around and think about how to, like, again, because, we tease them for having so much homebrew stuff.
Yeah.
And like Sam teases Dean about his homemade EMF meter.
Yeah.
But it's so fun to see that they do genuinely think about how to be better at their job, even if it's not the traditional way to be better at your job.
Well, then we get a very dumb note that I took, which is we used to hop fences, dude. What life takes from us.
I know.
Right? So then they learn about the asylum. They hop the fence. They break in. And again, this is something that we both find pretty funny, which is, it's funny, but it is a great thing of television. Or it's a very useful thing in television, which it's funny to me that John's journal is endless, like a Pandora's box of information.
Oh, yeah.
Because the info in this one is literally
Yes.
It
is the exact asylum, and it's awesome that John's apparent whole ethos is not to actually solve any problems. Yeah. He's like, hold on, I gotta put this in my fucked up scrapbook so that my boys will come pick it up later. You're like, what's your problem? Do your job.
As you said, let's hold on. Let me get some scrapbooking in.
I had to get some scrapbooking in for my fucked up little scrapbook.
Let my kids deal with this one in the future.
And you're like, dude, what is your problem?
Absolutely hysterical to me, but it is a good, again, it's anytime they need to deliver exposition, they have a journal to be like, I remember this in Dad's journal, and they flip to it.
I love you, exposition journal.
It's true. Yeah, the exposition journal. Beware the exposition journal. They break in to the asylum. The EMF reader's not going off. They kind of hint that some ghosts only come out during certain times, or can only come out during certain times.
Or they don't always have a lot of energy to kind of pass along.
Yeah, the EMF reader's not 100%. So Dean kind of brings up, hey, you feeling anything with your psychicness? And Sam gets frustrated with that. Mm-hmm. And then Dean has a really funny line, which I'll let you,
Oh, he's like, who do you think's the hotter psychic? Patricia Arquette, Jessica Biel, or you?
Yeah.
They can hold hands. They're all beautiful.
I know. Why can't they all be friends? Hysterical. They
Sixth Sense reference, too. He's like, you feeling anything, Haley Joel?
Yeah. They get into the medical ward, and they kind of see all the old tools. And he's like, man, I was about to say some fucked up shit, but they didn't say that. Unless he said,
can you imagine?
Some messed up stuff.
Hey, can I have the F-bomb cut of Supernatural, please?
I would love that,
please,
dude.
Can I have the F-bomb
it's
cut?
It's like how The Walking Dead kind of later, if you watch The Walking Dead on Netflix, they use F-bombs, so they bleep them on TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get a really genuinely hilarious moment where Dean goes, kind of like my man Jack in Cuckoo's Nest. And then when Sam doesn't laugh, he literally goes,
it's so funny.
This super embarrassed moment.
The best part of that to me is the subtitles have imitating Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. And he's not even exactly doing a Nicholson impression.
It's so funny.
Followed by immediately, he's kind of like my same joke, just different punchlines, kind of like my man Jack in The Shining. And you're like, dude, you tried the same joke twice.
It's like, have you seen any other Jack Nicholson movies?
Has Sam ever laughed at you?
Has he not seen Something's Gotta Give?
No,
what's his problem?
Something's got, what a pull.
I haven't even seen that movie. But it's also interesting because around this time too, they're also bringing up Amityville, and you could be remiss in thinking that they're referencing the movie.
Yeah.
Nay, they are in fact referencing the actual real life Amityville case, which I think is really fun to bring in real life haunting into the show.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Especially because it then begs the question, did any of the Winchesters ever run into Ed and Lorraine Warren? And did they punch Ed out? And I would only hope yes.
I hope they killed that man.
Yeah.
Movie Ed is my hero. I hate real life Ed. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and this has another kind of great line that I think you're about to talk about anyway, is Dean going, he's given us an order.
Yeah.
And then Sam's response is, so what? We always got to follow Dad's orders?
Yeah. Dean is so stuck in that perfect soldier role. And it's so I mean, every time he says yes, sir, or we got an order, follow orders, it really is just this tragic thing. Because you can Jensen's so good, you can tell that he's like a scared kid.
Oh, he's snapped because this is the only way he knows how to deal with his alcoholic, abusive dad that makes him hunt monsters.
Exactly.
I saw it described once as Dean is John's perfect soldier and Sam is John's perfect son.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm just
that just makes it so tragic.
It makes me crazy with illness and sadness.
They go to Dr. Alicott, is the head psychiatrist who was killed in this asylum. So they go to
supposedly just a riot, of violent prisoners or whatever.
And so they think the inmates of this asylum were the villains. That's what the generally held belief is at this time. They go to a psychiatrist. Sam goes in and makes an appointment. Whatever, has like a pseudo therapy session, which is not what psychiatrists do.
No, it's also crazy. How did he get in so fast? He doesn't have insurance.
He says it when he doesn't have. It's a good point.
He doesn't have insurance.
Great
How did
point.
he get this? How did he get here?
But then we start really breaking into the resentment building of Sam not being happy with how Dean idolizes their father. There's the whole of the next episode is great. Has some wonderful moments and character work about that. But then after he comes out, they're the asylum. There was a riot. This is what happened. Blah blah blah. They never recovered the body.
Yeah.
He's like, what they do? He's like, the prisoners must have stashed it somewhere, something like that. You know what I mean?
You know how you ask the son of the guy that happened to in your psychiatry appointment?
Yeah, exactly. And he seems like mostly okay talking about it.
He's like, whatever. You know how my dad got killed anyways.
Yeah, we get introduced to the people Sam and Dean have to save, which are these two teens.
The most 2000s couple of all time.
Word. And that guy sucks. Got a great jacket. He's got a great jacket. Supernatural, great jacket show.
Oh, yeah. If anyone, we're going to open up a P.O. box. Just send their jackets. Just send Dean's leather jacket if you find it. Whoever stole it years ago and made it so that he couldn't wear it on the show anymore. I'm deserving of that. We're deserving of that.
Precisely.
And then Sam's Carhartt Detroit jacket that he wears all over the place. Bad. Oh, we need that. So just mail that in for us. Thanks.
Then we get a genuinely really scary moment where the boyfriend kind of splits off and a ghost silhouette behind him walks up and kisses him, and we're like, okay, it's his girlfriend, it's fine. And then it is not his girlfriend.
It is, in fact, some unfortunately decrepit-looking older lady.
Yeah, because she speaks.
Yes.
In the other room, and like that is terrifying, right?
Oh, one of the scariest possible ideas in a horror movie to me is thinking you're speaking to someone and hearing someone in another room, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. And it's also a Shining reference in my opinion, because it's the same thing in The Shining in the bathroom scene of like he thinks he's kissing this hot woman and he's like, oh, that's not my girlfriend, that is a patient of this asylum. Yeah. So
really cool. Did we see the ghost in that shot? Like I
think we see her a little bit.
Does she get the eye, like her eyes messed up?
You can see that she's like.
Yeah, I like how the spirits look in this. They look almost like they're like zombies, or
they look very much like zombies.
They're all kind of ripped up and torn to pieces. Anyway, it's cool to have the ghost represented in this. Like, they don't do the glitchy way as much in this. They do it kind of a different, like jerky kind of.
It's very cool.
Which we'll talk about now because we get old technology, which I love.
Dude, this place is orbing like crazy.
Yeah, Sam's walking around with his old video cam, and there's orbs all over the place. You're like, whatever.
And I'm our resident, like, I believe in woo-woo spiritual, like, ghost stuff, and I don't even really particularly believe in orbs, because do you know how easily you can disprove an orb in anything? It's 9 times out of 10. 9.999 times out of 10, it's dust or a bug. I do not believe in orbs as ghosts whatsoever, but it just makes me laugh because it's not like they show just a couple. Dude, that place is orbing like crazy.
Yeah. Then as they walk off, we pan down and there's a ghost like right under them under a gurney or something.
Yeah,
he's like jerking his head around.
And like a straight jacket or something. Very classic imagery.
Yeah. They get into a room, they start investigating, and Dean turns his back and Sam looks, and there's a ghost like walking right at him, and Sam starts panicking and backing up. Now the ghost, it's important to note, and they talk about this, the ghost is not like attacking him.
Yes, it's just coming towards him.
We get a great shot as Dean walks up with the rock salt shotgun and headshots it, and it like fades away.
Anytime he goes, Sam, down, and Sam just immediately drops.
Well, he didn't do that in this.
Oh, not in this one, but
yeah, I
think it's fun that Sam will follow Dean's orders, but not John's.
Yeah, straight.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Who said that?
It's true. But yeah, he shoots it. Ghost goes away. They talk about how weird it is. I still just love the ghost being so visible is really fun to me. The rock salt shotgun is always a fun idea.
Just a classic.
Get a good little bit of action in what is like a more investigative kind of like haunted house episode.
Yes, this is much more of that. Which I also think is fun because. It's nice to have more action. It's nice to have an action investigate. Like there's only one death scene in this. Yeah. So it's just fun.
2. I mean, if you include the
you
include the spirit dying, it's 2.
We'll get there.
Anyway, they find the teenage girl from the beginning. they decide like we're gonna get you out of here, and she's like, no, I'm not leaving without my boyfriend. Which why leave without your boyfriend?
Brave,
he sucks.
Incredibly brave young girl. Stan her.
He should have just taken you to the movies like he said he was gonna.
Look at you in your cute little 2000s cardigan. Come on, girl, you're slaying.
So
leave him.
She refuses to leave. They split up. She goes with Dean, and we get a fantastic line.
Do me a favor. Next time someone says a place is haunted, don't go in.
Yeah, but it's just like I love, and before that too, he's like, you watch a lot of horror movies, and she's like, I guess he's like, okay, pay attention. When someone says a place is haunted, don't go in. It's so good.
So great.
Quintessential horror movie bullshit, and I love it. The ghost grabbing her is really good. Where like they kind of go on,
shoving her in the thing.
Well, I just like that's like, how you're hurting my arm. And he's like, what are you talking about? And they pan down. And there's an arm, and then it like rips her into the room. Really cool.
So spooky.
Yes, exactly. That's a trope I really love. Of like, yo, you're stepping on my foot.
Oh yeah, that just popped up in a thing we watched called One Missed Call with like the arm over the shoulder. It's I don't like arms that are attached to nothing. It freaks me out.
It's spooky.
And then we also get another one of my favorite lines in this episode when she's in there and they've kind of figured out, okay, we come to this realization that, because Sam's also been talking to the boy. The boy's like, no, she didn't try and hurt me. She kissed me. It was really gross. Like I didn't like it.
Exactly.
And Sam realizes, they're trying to actually get across a message. They're not trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah, which I think is a great angle. I
Very
think
cool.
It shows that not all monsters are evil.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you can be a lingering spirit, just like Mary in Home. You know, you can show that a lingering spirit can just be confused and not at rest. It doesn't have to be violent.
Yes,
and they explore that much later.
Yes.
But for now, it's a really good idea. I love the idea of a sympathetic monster. So I like the idea that these people are not in the wrong and they're not trying to hurt anybody.
No,
they're trying to pass on. They're trying to move.
They were mistreated in life and just had to react to the mistreatment, because it's anyways. But I also love, and of course the ghost is most often a wish.
Yeah.
But the part that makes me laugh about this of her stuck in the cell is they're like shouting at her. They're like, you have to face it. And she's like, you face it. She's like, I don't want to do this.
It's so funny. Anyway, they get the message. It's a room number. Every asylum or every hotel or everywhere has to have a haunted room.
Of course.
They find
many such cases.
Yeah, so they split up again.
Again, there's a lot. Gang, let's split up.
Yeah, Dean's all mad at her for not paying attention in horror movies, and then he's like, let's split up. And you're like, oh, great. This is awesome.
And we get another one of the great lines where, Sam's trying to lead the kids out. And what does she say? She goes, why would anyone want a job like that? And he goes, I had a crappy guidance counselor.
Yeah. Well, it's not only that, but it's like, what's he like, your boss? And
and you can tell Sam's like,
exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Again, a moment of like pushing what the episode's about, what the character stuff. It's good. Dean finding the hidden paperwork about what the doctor's doing, and they really establish, okay, so it's not these guys, it's the doctor we're trying to kill.
It's the evil doctor.
Sam can't get them out.
I love this, by the way. That's something so spooky to me, is a location not letting you leave.
Yeah, we
very grave encounters.
I was
very
you and I really like grave
Asylum.
encounters. Yeah,
and Ganjam Haunted Asylum.
And very much Ganjam. Which, by the way, 2 movies you should absolutely watch.
Oh yeah, very spooky.
Then we get a great moment of like the ghost faking a call from Dean.
So fun.
Which is awesome. I love the idea of, I'm working on a thing right now all about kind of techno ghosties. And that's a great trope.
It's a very spooky trope. I think there's something really, again, this episode has a lot of like mimic type stuff.
Well, it's like, look, if a ghost is energy,
yes,
then of course it could, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. We love technology horror.
It's good, but then I like that he's like, either you know how to shoot a shotgun, and she's like, I do. And he's like, what?
Like,
the boyfriend's
dad takes
like,
me skeet shooting.
Yeah, it's great.
So cute.
Sam gives the shotgun, and he goes running to, of course, through the boiler room in the basement to the hidden evil laboratory.
You know how it is.
And we get the great shadow moment where, the ghost is walking up.
So great.
I really like this ghost because he looks like beat up and fucked up, but I like that his voice is normal.
His voice is normal. I hate that he does this like
touches
head grab, like it almost looks like his fingers are like melting into them kind of a thing. It's very spooky.
Yeah, I really they're shocking. They're like electrotherapy. It's
yes.
Like, so I love the line, "Don't be afraid, I'm going to make you all better." Is like
huh?
Kill me.
What do you mean? Well, what do you mean by that though?
Yeah. So then we don't know what happened to Sam, but we can assume it's the same thing that happened to the cop at the beginning, which could only lead to more drama. It is a great way to have Sam let out his anger, right? Because
Yes.
Dean's like, what are y'all doing here? Where's my brother? He's like, you called him. He's like, no, I didn't. Crap. And so he goes running.
And I think it's really fun that Dean immediately clocks what has happened, but does not immediately clock that Sam is possessed. You're like,
exactly,
dude, get it together.
Yeah, Sam comes out and he's, it's a great, like, finding a supernatural angle to make this be so overt is really good. So, Sam, they argue, Sam hits him, or he shoots him with the rock salt shotgun, which, by the way, would hurt so bad. Dean goes down. Dean's like, oh, you can't kill me with that. Whatever. So he gives him the gun. He hands him a pistol and says, this will do the job if you really want to do it. And it's so sad to me that they have raged out Sam pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Right. And we've learned that this doctor is doing these experiments to try to shock them and anger them to let their rage up, but it just made him angrier and angrier until they revolted and killed him, which that guy should have died.
Yeah.
He's doing human experimentation. It's the worst thing you can do.
It's evil and sick and twisted.
But having Sam pull that trigger is so sad. It's a truly tragic
I was kind
moment.
of not expecting him to do it, and I was like, oh, that makes me sad. And another part of that too that we've already kind of vaguely talked about is the line specifically that makes me the saddest is because you're following Dad's orders like a good little soldier.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no.
You're like, this is a bummer.
Oh no. Everyone knows it but Dean.
Yeah.
This is not good, guys.
It's a good way to set up, again, based on the ending of this episode, it's a good way to do that. Anyway, Sam hands him, the pistol's not loaded. He knocks him out. He goes in, finds and I like this. I like this is not bones. It's like a half mummified, rotting corpse. And Dean's like, as he's like salting and burning it.
It's so funny. You're like, you're so dramatic.
The climax of this one is not incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now's the time to point out Dean gets the kill. Dean burns the bones.
Come on, buddy.
I like that this ghost doesn't light into flames. It makes no sense for him to crumble into dust and fall and shatter because his bones are right there. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's still a cool image. I still think it's really rad.
Sense?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, should it make sense?
And should it? Also, you skipped over one of my favorite episodes, one of my lines in the episode, which is, man, I'm not going to give you a loaded pistol. Yeah.
Well, I also, talking about another thing we forgot to talk about, I love that before Dean shows up, she's like, if we get out of here, we're so breaking up. It's like, you should. Girl, he sucks.
You got to dump this fool. Also, they've now acknowledged it's been 6 months since Jessica died. Yeah. And you're like, wait a minute, we're only 10 episodes in.
A long time.
How fast is time flying?
But I like that. I like that they've been doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah. I just it almost gives a vibe of we're just dipping in on an interesting case.
Yeah. Well, we get to the end. Sam apologizes, and Dean's like, "Oh, you remember that?" And he's like, "I didn't mean any of it." And you could tell even Sam knows he's fake apology. And then Dean's like, right. Do we need to talk about this?
And he's like,
and
no.
I love that Dean, instead of talking about his feelings and working this out with his brother, he goes, I'm a little sleepy. I won't go to bed. Don't ever mess with Dean Winchester's 8 hours. You know what I mean?
He needs those, dude. He has to go pose up in bed like a Playboy model.
Well, then we get a great ending to an episode. I can only imagine if I had to wait a week, but it's the phone. Dean's phone is ringing. He's asleep. So I'm like, Dean. Dude. Answers the phone. He's like, hello. Shoots up in bed. Dad? Oh, it's
Fade
so good, right? Okay. Before we get to our nomination stuff, great. You're right, exactly. And end credits, supernatural music starts. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Other moments we missed, because I think this episode's held up a lot for me. I really enjoyed this one. This episode's
still great. I still really greatly enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I was never bored. It felt longer than I thought it would. Yeah. It felt a little long on the tooth, but then, hey.
But it's good. It's got great character stuff. It's got good ghost stuff. It's scary enough. I like this one.
We actually get the first successful salt and burn, I think.
Yes, the first. Yes, I guess technically Hookman kind of, but it's the first time they salt and burn bones.
Yes, this is,
and it works.
Hookman, they just throw his remnant of hook into the fire, but this literally you get to be, and there's salt. And then he does the gasoline.
Yeah.
And then he does the lighter.
He gags even though he's seen the
and
horrors.
You're like, can you get over it? Drama queen.
All right, so other little things before we do our best line, best kill?
I'm all good.
All right, best line of the episode. This one has a lot of really good ones.
Who's the hottest psychic?
Yeah, so that's great. Mine is when someone says a place is haunted, don't go in. It's just funny. It's meta context.
It's classic.
I like that one. But that's also great. So is just like my man Jack, and
just like my man. And also I also love when Sam comes out of the bar after getting the info from the cop, and Dean goes, push me kind of hard there, buddy boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
He's like, I'm a method actor.
I'm a method actor. And you're like, you two are shitheads is what you are.
Best kill, I'm assuming we're going to have
the opening one with the cop.
Yeah. It's, oh, really?
Or no. Sorry, I misread. The doctor.
Okay, mine's the doctor. I was like, the opening with the cop. Look, it's good because it's horrifying, right? Yeah. But the opening with the I like the supernatural one.
I love. Like I said, I love how this shows the ghosts dying in a way that is always very like. What's happening to their bones is what's happening to them. So,
and we didn't say it before the screen. The scoreboard will have flashed because Dean got the kill in this one, but it is 2-5, and Sam is not doing well.
Sam is lagging.
Sam
hard.
has got to make up some effort here. He's got to have a kill-tacular coming up. Anyway, so we're moving on to what is just another great episode. Argument that this is the best episode of the season.
I would agree. So far.
Season 1, Episode 11, Scarecrow, written by John Shaban, directed by Kim Manners. Kim Manners, the staple of... True. We get a nice start with a 1 year ago.
Oh, I love a 1 year ago.
Scarecrow be moving, dude.
That Scarecrow is hauling fucking
ass, but we get this like nice moment with the, this has good setups and payoffs, right?
Of, them
getting
like, the free apple pie.
Yes.
Would kill for a diner style apple pie.
Cool
right
tattoo. The town seems nice, which in a horror movie is never a good thing.
Never a good thing.
You're
Do not trust nice old people.
Never. You're much better with a dairy from It, where everyone is awful and.
Yeah, at least you're like, well, anyways.
Because they know where I stand. Anyway, so. That Scarecrow be moving, which, by the way, Scarecrow's a great horror tool.
There is... Why are they so scary? Why are scarecrows so weird?
It's just an inherently spooky thing of like a humanoid-looking thing that's strung up like that.
It's very uncanny valley.
Yeah, uncanny valley is a great way to describe it. Yeah,
I love also that they get the double whammy of car and cell phone dying at the same exact time.
Yeah, well, like look, them walking up, they're like, oh, this guy's so scary. They walk off, and then you see the head move, and she's so cool. I love that beat. Wild grain on some of these shots as they're running.
We turned off noise reduction, and boy, was that noising.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. I just think it's like the low light camera they used.
It's so great.
It's so great.
Lest we forget, shot on film.
Yeah, lest we forget, shot on film. I really enjoyed it.
Also, how crazy is it that he was like, "Honey, we can't just wait here in our dead car. Let's walk through this ominous orchard."
Yeah.
What is your problem?
I love it.
Like that's the thing. That's something you'd do to me. You'd be like, "Honey, we can't wait here. We need to go walk through this creepy ass orchard."
Yeah, the barrel of apples sitting there is for some reason hilarious to me.
Funny.
Anyway, so we get that great kill here. Vince, the boyfriend, who seems like a perfectly lovely dude with a cool tattoo, gets his face ripped off.
It's gone.
She like turns him over and his face is gone, which by the way is super cool. The Scarecrow needs to take the skin.
Very fun.
Which they learn later, but the shot of the empty Scarecrow cross is so good. It's like so foggy spooky. And the move is really nice.
The light beams look great from the moon. Oh, baby. TV used to look like this.
That's our cold open. One of the best cold opens of the season thus
100%.
far. Great. And then we get something that I am so curious about. They have this the way they shoot it in the end of the last episode, they reshoot.
It's so bizarre. Why did they do that?
And it's like slightly... It's just strange. It's really weird to me that they did that.
And I can't tell... I would have to go back and look. But I can't tell if they're still wearing the same clothes or not. Because
I think they are.
In the first one, I noticed Sam has a Greyhound tee that is like one of my favorite things that he wears. Which is a note that I have. But I noticed it more and I was like, why? Because in that one, it's a lot more like horizontal. Yeah. And in this, it's like a top-down shot of them in the bed. And like, I don't know. It's very... Why do they do that? Can anyone chime in or? Yeah,
I don't think it's a top-down shot. It's literally this one goes this way, and then the other one has the camera on the other side of the bed. Like,
that's right.
Super random.
It's weird.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. It's his dad. We're talking to John. It's the first time Sam has talked to John.
Yeah.
It's the first time I guess we haven't really seen Dean do it either. But it's the first time one of them has spoken to their father.
It's probably the first time Sam's talked to John in 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But he's like, Dad, where are you? The line makes me so sad. It's sorry, kiddo. I can't tell you that, right? Calls him kiddo. There's something about that.
And we get confirmation that a demon killed Mom and Jess.
I was going to say, it's a demon. He's on its trail, but there's something bigger going on, right? He's like, this is dangerous, me even talking to you like this, but you need to stop looking for me is the point of this conversation. Dean gets up and he's like, give me the phone. And he's like, starts pleading with him about this. Yeah,
he's like, please give me the phone.
And it's so sad, right? And then when he finally gets the phone, he's like, Dad, it's me.
And it's the sit up. Yes, sir.
It's the yes sir that really, again, every time Dean gives a yes sir, just he folds so fast on it, and yes sir, we're going, okay.
John Winchester, when I fucking catch you.
6 months of looking, and now he's like, okay, Dad.
And you're like, Dean, stand up.
Then we get the argument. Sam wants to go to Sacramento because it's a Sacramento area code that he call a payphone from Sacramento. Dean does not. They pull over on the side of the road, and we get just an unbelievably good scene.
Oh, it's our first big brother fight.
Yes. Oh, it's like
of the whole show.
You know, and it's this back-to-back lines of, I don't understand the blind faith you have in the man, followed by, yeah, it's called being a good son. And you're like, stop spitting in each other's eyes.
You're like, I'm going to start vomiting and crying.
The fight is just so good. I mean, it really just pushes and I believe that Sam's gonna walk off. You know what I mean?
It's not like this is a contrived, like they have to be apart for a little bit. And also, I think it's so sad that he doesn't say you have this blind faith in Dad. It's you have this blind faith in the man.
Yeah, it's really.
It's a very intentional choice. There is so much intentionality in this argument.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna walk off in the middle of the night. He just does.
Yeah.
But Dean's like, I will leave your ass here, right? And the shot where Sam's walking away and Dean gets in the car and the taillights go and Sam turns and keeps the Impala fades into the distance.
Dean calling Sam a selfish bastard, and you're like, no, and you don't understand.
I know. It's such a good scene.
Because that reminds me of, let's flash forward very briefly to season 4, and there's a flashback episode which makes me cry every time I watch it, because that's when, Sam's teacher is like, do you want to go into the family business? And Sam says, no one's ever asked me that before. And you're like, ugh. Right. It makes me so... And so I have a note that just says, the codependency and enmeshment of the Winchesters must be studied. Must be studied.
It really must be studied. It's great stuff. That's tragic, and I can't wait to get there.
Also, this episode makes me so nostalgic for fall. These past 2 episodes make me... I was like, I need to go put on a flannel and get a pumpkin spice latte.
Old ass town that feeds a monster is a great trope.
So great.
I'm really into that. I love old ass town. Like Psych has a great episode, Dual Spires, where it's just like a weird cult, but it's about cinnamon.
Oh yeah. You know how it is. That's how I feel about cinnamon.
I know it is. You talk about it a lot. It's actually, guys, I need help. I really like that. I love an old town. I mean, that's kind of
yeah. And also when he's like joshing around with Scotty, and he's like, my name's John Bottom, and the guy's like, the drummer from Led Zeppelin. He's like, classic rock fan. He's like, oh, shit.
Told me to come talk to you, right? I love that he has these printouts of the missing.
So funny. You're like, when did you get that?
Before cell phones, where you can't, good stuff. It's fun. And also, this jumps the scene, but whenever he talks to, this is the one part of this episode that doesn't work as much for me, is like, I can't remember her name, but the niece of her name's like the garage. Something doesn't matter. She's underdeveloped in a way that, like, I don't love, like, but it's because they need to spend so much more time on Sam and Dean. So I'm like, it does not hurt the episode necessarily, but it is the one where it's like, it's a little, the town and all that's a little underdeveloped in a way that is fine. You only have so much time in these episodes of TV.
We get the point. It's all good.
But we get our intro to Meg. They're hitchhiking and
when she I was so excited when I realized when I saw her, like, because this scene is her line delivery in this scene. You could be some kind of freak. Like, it's the way she's like, I am obsessed with her. I love Meg. I love Meg so much.
I love the guy that picks him up. He's like, just her. I'm not taking you. And she's like, you'll trust the creepy van guy? And she's like, yep. And then drives off. Really, it's good.
I love her. The moment I saw the back of her head, I was like, oh my God, is it time already? She is. Every female demon in this show is like me and my best friend. Love her to death. But Meg is one of my favorites.
Dean does really good investigative stuff in this episode. He kind of, through a few context clues, figures out, he goes and talks to them, meets the niece of the people. Yeah. Like, wait, did he have a tattoo?
And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I also love that he goes in and they're trying to like play dumb.
And then the niece comes down
and she's like,
yes,
do you remember him? And they're
like,
one good woman,
the one good person in the evil town trope is also one that I really like.
She's not in on what's happening.
It's a great story convention.
And she also lets loose to him the information that, we caught this, or it's their car in the shop. And Dean's like, the car's in the shop, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, but Dean figures it out and he goes off to check the orchard, finds the Scarecrow into just a truly... Dude, you fugly.
Like,
great line delivery.
All-timer.
Hysterical, but he checks the arm and it's the tattoo, but it's all really grossed out and withered because this thing needs to feed.
So disgusting.
Yeah, good stuff.
I don't like skin stealing. Frankly, it disgusts me.
This is an episode filled with good tropes, but Blessed by the Monster is a good trope. They feed it and their crops don't die and the town survives.
And also, when he's in the diner talking to the couple, he like finds out, they caught like our brake line was something, blah, blah, blah. And Dean's like, interesting. And he keeps trying to order and the guy's like ignoring him and like, it's very like spooky and like,
offers to help him and can't. And then, it's like it's good stuff.
And I also think it's funny because you can see how Dean and Sam fill in the gaps of each other's like social.
Dean even says it.
Yes, like I think it's so interesting that like they're both very good at very specific like people working situations.
Yeah, I mean,
and Dean's is not like this thing where he's like he just seems like an aggressive weirdo who's like trying to talk to them at the restaurant. And I think Sam could have made this work.
Yeah, it's he points it out in one of the episodes, this one or the other, I can't remember, but he points, he's like, my brother would lay on the sincerity and
it's this
and
episode.
Believe him. Yeah.
He's like, my brother would give you these puppy dog eyes and you believe him.
And it's true that you're exactly right. They fill in the great gaps for each other.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say that there's a really funny, like on the nose line where the niece is like, it's almost like we're blessed.
Yeah. No,
yeah, honey.
But see, the thing that I love is both of them go to call each other. And then don't, and you're like, stop staring longingly into your phones for one another.
You're like, dude, just call your brother.
I know it makes me laugh that there's like a dual scene for them. It's kind of like Ross and Rachel looking out the window, like it's Friends.
So funny. Also, I love in that scene when Sam's considering calling with the bus attendant, could not give less of a shit if Sam makes it on that bus or not.
Yeah,
she's
not
like, it's tomorrow. He's like, is there no other? Well, she's like, buy a car.
So then the other thing I want to point out too is that like Dean in that diner scene where he's trying to help them. Just flash a badge, tell them you're in the FBI, and be like, you guys need to get out of here. We're investigating this town for whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you could have just done that. But anyway, Sam runs back into Meg at the bus station. They start bonding, and it's like so clear that they're connected, you know?
Yes, and that she has the same problems as him.
Yeah, and on a first time watch, you're like, oh, that's so sweet. He's kind of meeting somebody, and it's going to be tragic when he chooses to go back to the life, and she's never in the show again. Not what happens. And then I love that this monster is a pagan god.
So fun. Very, very classic. This is our first minor deity episode.
Yeah.
Which will come up a lot. Most prominently to me in the Christmas episode in season 3, which is one of my favorites. But I love when they pull out some random Norse god and they're like, hold on. We got to go find this freaking tree. Like, it's great. Also, I think it's so spooky that the sheriff is in on it too.
Yes. Oh, the whole...
and that he like literally runs Dean out of town for no reason.
Yes. Yeah. Drives him. Yeah. That's really good. But I like that Dean finally calls and they discuss it and, Sam's like, do you need any? He's like, I can fend for myself, right? Yeah. It's like, it's true. He absolutely can, but they're so much better together.
They're so much better together.
But I like that. And Jensen is so good. Jensen and Jared are both so good great. In this moment where they're like, Dean can't say, he's like, I just want to, and he can't say it. And so Sam's like, I'm sorry too. And you're like, so good.
It's so great.
I really love that moment. And then Dean finally admits, he's like, hey, it's your life, He's like, I clearly, and he even says it in different words, but he says he admires Sam,
which is so heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's tragic and beautiful, and
Dean never got out, and Sam got out.
Yeah,
and I think this is Sam starting to come to terms with Dean, realizing that Dean is jealous of that.
Yeah, well, and I also just like that he points out, he's like, he wishes that he was able to disobey their dad more. Yeah. I think that's great.
Heartbreaking.
Always a leather book.
Also, local community college professor.
Yeah.
How big is his town?
I know.
How big is Burkittsville, Indiana?
He drives a ways. He drives the next town over.
It just makes me giggle.
But yeah, the old book, the old timer, he figures out, okay, they brought a tree over with them, or they likely brought a tree over with them.
The veneer.
Yeah. What?
That's what it's called. I wrote it down. The veneer. VANIR.
Okay.
That was the name of the guy. I'm doing important research here, guys.
I know. We find that out. There's always a leather book. Dean's asking questions. He opens the door thinking he's like, I know what I have to go do. Gets hit in the face with the butt of a shotgun. And we realize the old timer in this episode is evil.
How could he do this?
I really love that.
And you're like, dude, you don't even live in town. Why are you concerned?
Well, maybe
It's Hot Fuzz Core, and I think we need to discuss how Hot Fuzz came out 3 years after this episode. So quite frankly, I
I find
Edgar
it hard,
Wright, I just need you to start paying your dues.
I find it hard to believe that Edgar Wright watched Supernatural.
Let's be serious right now. Maybe he did.
But then we get a really good scene of like the umbrellas.
I love the overhead shot of the umbrellas.
You know, they realize the pagan god needs couples, or at least a man and a woman.
It's a fertility ritual specifically, so they need fertile people.
Yeah. So, but there's nobody.
There's no one young enough
because of what Sam did. Or we didn't even discuss that Dean goes and fights the Scarecrow and shoots it and realizes the shotgun doesn't work in a really cool scene.
And he's like, "You guys need to go."
Yeah. So he gets them out. He saves them, which is again what they do: hunting people, saving people, hunting things. The family business. We can't believe we skipped over that, but it's really good.
It's a great part, and again, the Scarecrow moves freaky as hell in that.
Yeah,
in
with
that
this cool little baby scythe
so
or whatever that's
cool.
called. That's a really good moment. That umbrella shot where it like comes up and they're like, "We have to sacrifice her. It's got to be her."
And they're like, and the uncle is clearly like, "But
why?
But she's my daughter. Like she's my niece."
They throw her in the cellar. Sam and Dean talk. Yeah, it's this episode. That's where Sam's like, "My brother would lay on the puppy dog eyes and you'd believe him."
And we get a great line from Dean here, which is the niece is like, "They're gonna kill us," and Dean goes, "Sacrifice us," which is, I don't know, classier, I guess.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so funny.
Hope your apple pie is freaking worth it. That's an all-timer Dean line.
It's like that, but then it's also the aunt and uncle are like, "Oh, I wish there was another way." It's like, there is. You two sacrifice yourselves.
Or just accept that sometimes you don't need divine protection and just struggle with everybody else.
Yeah, it's just funny to me. It's like, I always hate that where they're like, "There's no other way." I don't hate it. It's good. It's supposed to make me angry. But it's like, there's no. Yes, there is. You do this.
Yeah, which it's just it.
But hope your apple pie is freaking worth it.
When he's tied to the tree,
genuinely incredible.
It's great.
And I love that. So Sam has decided to leave.
Mm-hmm. He has a great conversation with Meg, and she's like, "You're gonna go back."
Foils Meg's plot. He gets there just in time, and Sam's like walking into something he does not understand.
He's like, "What?" And I love that he's like, Dean's like, "Do you see the Scarecrow?" And Sam's like, "What Scarecrow?" And
yeah.
like, "Oh,
you need to cut me loose." No, but the thing I love is he's like, "How'd you get here?" And Sam's like, "I stole a car." He goes, "That's my boy."
And I love because Sam is very sheepy. He's like, "I stole a car."
Yeah, it's so good. But then when they're running, they're like, "We got to find the tree and burn." He's like, "Nope, in the morning we're gonna."
He says, funny.
"Let's shag ass before Leatherface catches up." Great.
Oh, how many times do you think Dean watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
He took so many notes. But okay, the thing that I love is the righteous vengeance of this next bit where they get stopped by the townspeople with all the guns and they're like, "I'm sorry, it has to be this way. He's already angry at us. We have to." And then the scythe through his chest.
It's so great.
And the ghost just starts tearing through the pagan god.
Yes.
Starts tearing through these people.
I love the shot of the scythe mini hook thing, whatever it is, through the guy's chest.
Yeah.
And then the shot of the ant turning going.
Yeah.
It's burned into my brain. I love that shot.
But I like that they just leave. They just go. They don't do some like ramping tension or action sequence where then they have to get to the thing. No, they just leave and come back in the morning.
Like, whatever.
It's fantastic.
It's so funny. It is because clearly it doesn't make anything better that the god took two old people. So I think it is supposed to be like it has to be.
Well,
two
we don't know if it
young
would have
fertile
made it better. Because they burned the tree.
It's a good point.
Right. And so
You got me there.
again, we will now point out that it is still 2-5 because once again, she burns the tree.
Yeah, neither of them get the kill. She's like, "I have to do this."
Sam's in trouble. The thing I like about this was very 70s episode.
Very
70s inspired in all of the coolest ways.
What's the it's very Wicker Man. There I go.
Yes, great call.
Not that
very
I haven't
Wicker
seen the Wicker Man, but
and then I like this, we get a really good line where Sam's talking and he's like, "Can I drop you somewhere?" And he's like, "Nah, I think for now you're stuck with me." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, and then he just gives this line. He's like, "Mom, Dad, Jess." He's like, "You and me, we're all that's left." And it's so sad and I beautiful though in a way that like these two brothers are reconciling and coming back together. A very good ending to this episode with Meg.
Oh.
And my note is, "Oh no, evil bowl."
Oh no, she pulled out the evil bowl.
Her cutting that dude's throat is so cool.
It's so
and then bleeding
cool.
him into
and
the
she's
cup.
Like, "It's not that kind of call."
Yeah, right.
Oh,
awesome.
I love Meg. She is so cool.
Stirring the little thing and then the CGI blood like.
You know how you call. You know how you call your dad.
You know how you make call. That's how
She's like, "Yes."
I don't have a cell phone. That's just how I do it.
"Yes, Father." And you're like, "Oh,
yes,
she wasn't,
Father. What
she's
is
not,
this?
And you're like, "Oh, she was lying to him. She's evil." And then you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, she does have a bad relationship with her dad."
Yeah.
And she specifically mentions I could have gotten him right there. Like, why couldn't I? And
I probably could have taken both of them.
And you're like, Queen,
so I just like that it's now introducing the bigger plot. John hints at it at the beginning, and now we get our first real look at the grander plot of what's going on.
We get a demon talking and walking and plotting.
Yes, there's something. John at the beginning is like, oh, it's dangerous even to do that. All of that stuff is great.
Yes. And you're like, oh shit, it is dangerous.
Yeah, and so this is genuine. This episode is just so fantastic because it's the best character episode I think we've gotten thus far. And the best plot episode we've gotten thus far, for the most part. I mean, the pilot and this are my two favorites of the season, I believe, so far. Scarecrow's just a fantastic episode. It's got a great monster, got good action, got incredible character scenes, great writing. I really love this episode.
Also, I think from that last scene, I think also it implies that she probably killed the guy who picked her up in the van.
Yeah.
Like,
to make another call.
Because Sam is never like, how'd you end up here? Like, at the bus station, he's like, oh, sure, she hitched here. And you're like, nay.
No, she killed that dude.
She killed that guy, dude.
It's great.
I love it.
All right.
Great episode.
Great, fantastic episode. Best line of the episode, you got one?
You and me, we're all that's left.
That's great. In my heart of hearts, it's that, or it's... I wrote it down for this exact reason. I don't understand the blind faith you have in the man is just fantastic.
It's called being a good son.
But
you're like, huh?
I'm silly for silly on this one, and it's I hope your apple pie is freaking worth it.
And it kind of has to be because that is maybe one of his most quoted lines.
It's so funny. Okay, best kill. What are we nominating to go into the bracket at the end of the season?
I wrote down opening scene, and I'm gonna have to disagree because I think it's the older couple getting murked.
Oh, dude, for me, it's we're gonna have to litigate this one because it is 100% Meg slitting that guy's throat.
You don't have to litigate that. Okay. It's awesome.
I was like,
I love Meg. I will defend her to death. I'm like, God forbid a girl have fun.
That one is just so burned into my brain.
Oh yeah, when she's like, how about you pull over? And he's like, yeah, that works.
I didn't super remember Meg, but as soon as we got to that scene, I was like, oh yeah, this is what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm a Meg stan.
It's good. I can't wait to rediscover Meg.
Her and Ruby are two characters that I think about a lot. Her, Ruby, and Bella, I think about a lot from this show.
I don't remember Bella at all. I remember Ruby completely, but I don't remember Bella.
Do you remember Maggie Green?
Oh, no, wait, I do remember. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember.
She shows up like, she's one of my favorite characters.
All right. Any other thoughts on the episode before we...
Just that I'm really excited about the way things are going. I'm glad that we're getting, not just character development, but also plot. We've been a little overarching plot light. Yeah. But now we're getting into the weeds, and we're still having fun killing monsters every week.
We are roughly at the midpoint of the season. I think actually that
we have one more episode on the disc.
No, Scarecrow is the midpoint of the season.
Okay.
So it's the perfect midpoint thing where we're really... It is. But it's also crazy to think we went 11 episodes before really introducing the grander danger. Because we've been like, where's Dad? That's the driving force thing. But now we introduce the next idea.
You remember TV used to be patient.
I mean, midpoints change the movie. That's the whole point of a midpoint in a story, is to add an element that fundamentally changes where we're going. And that's great. 2 banger episodes. Honestly, our best back-to-back thus far, I think.
Agree.
Okay, so you have 1 week to watch episodes 12 and 13, which are Faith and Route 666.
Oh, baby. I didn't even realize we were that close to racist ghost truck.
Yeah,
we're back in business.
I specifically can't wait for Faith because I really remember it. And Route 66 you are very excited about.
And Faith, I just need you guys. This is an impassioned plea from me to you. Please somehow figure out how to get that episode physically. Go to the library. Do you know how often the library has Supernatural for rent? There is a needle drop in that episode that episode does not work without it. And that's an impassioned plea from me to you. Okay?
Just buy the Blu-ray set.
Or just buy the Blu-ray set like we did.
But anyway.
Commit. You're going to watch this whole podcast.
But between now and then, you know what to do. Get your journal, watch some TV, hit the road, but remember you know what's out there. Be afraid of the dark.